the time. Extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time. Extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time. Extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time. Extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Yo, what's up, man? It's the man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some of the ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy, Big Cali. And we here once again on another one. Big Cali World, feeling good, feeling great. We got Cast One on the ones and twos.
Big C, what up?
Hey, what up, Cass? How you doing, player?
Chilling.
Chilling, man. All right, man. Well, I'm excited. We got a new one here. Let me get this doobie right. Hope you see this on camera. This is how important this is to me. I'm gonna like this for anything. All right. We here with a special guest.
We out here.
My nigga. Your friend, probably your favorite artist, favorite photographer, your favorite director's favorite director. That's some shit. But nah, man, this is my man Mars coming out of the IE, man.
What up?
By way of LA, by way of Australia, Europe, wherever
Everywhere,
the job
man.
is.
Everywhere, bro.
This is the most traveling motherfucker I know, man.
Bro, blessed, pretty much, man. You know what I mean? But we out here.
How you been, brother?
Man. Good, man. Just busy, active, everywhere, man. I appreciate you having me, man. It's long. Nah. It's been long coming.
It is, man. I've been seeing you since back in the days at the Vibe in Riverside.
Yeah.
Even probably before then.
Yeah, I mean, around the way.
You always were the nigga that got the camera, that did the
always,
footage.
Bro.
You always had the performances and flipped them quick. Like if we performed that night, you had our video the next day ready. With the Flight Life, the picture watercolor. Exactly. I remember all that shit.
Bro, I always tell people still even now, I said I don't even feel comfortable if I go somewhere without a camera. I mean, it's my identity, bro. Like
real shit.
That's just who I am.
Is that what would you say? Where did that come from?
I would say, truthfully, my grandfather. He was a photographer.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people may or may not know, but yeah, my grandfather was a photographer for 40-something years.
No shit. And then like, how far did he take, or how did he get started?
Man, he grew up in the Bronx, New York.
Okay, shout out BX. I see.
Yep. Which, by the way, is how I became a Yankees fan. For everybody that's always curious about why I'm tweeting about the Yankees.
Shit.
That's just straight up. That's just how it was passed down. I can't help that. I cannot help that.
I feel you, man.
But so yeah, Gramps, he was in the BX, and then he went to the military, and that was always his passion. I mean, he was in the old photo labs. You know what I mean?
Did he teach you how to actually develop?
You know what's crazy is that he actually passed away before I ever even before he ever even really saw me pick up a camera and really take it serious.
Wow! Yeah. So he didn't even know. He just put that seed inside of you as a kid.
Yeah, I was always seeing him at family events, at dinners. You know, taking pictures, getting the angles, doing everything, being extra. My grandma being, so she'd be up there trying to cook. You know, he'd be in the kitchen taking pictures with the old camera. You know what I mean? So.
Do you have any of his old photos?
Yeah. We've got old, photo albums of his work. He was in the military, so he was taking pictures of the wars.
Was he taking pictures while out? What wars was he in? If you mind me asking, do you know?
He flew. He was over in the Philippines, so
right.
So I wouldn't say he fought. He wasn't really active in like the major like Vietnams. And
but
stuff
he
like
was
that.
active.
But he was active in hot zones across overseas and in planes taking pictures. He was in the Air Force.
That's fucking deep.
Yeah.
So in the Air Force, he was just taking photos, went back, came home, and then started doing it even back home.
Basically. And so he was back and forth between LA. He would be going out, he'd be traveling. My family was living out in LA. And then in the 70s, he wanted to kind of get out of, it was kind of hectic. He wanted to get out of the city, get his family up the high desert in Victorville. It was a new establishment.
So that's
back
how
then.
Y'all ended up
and that's how home base ended up being up in Victorville since the 70s.
Where did he come from originally? I'm sorry.
The Bronx.
And then from the Bronx after the Air Force came and went to Victorville.
Yeah, he was all over.
That's crazy. He just found Victorville out of all the places.
Out of all the places, you know what I mean? It was just one of those new promising development cities that was going to be, you know what I mean? And that's just how it was back then.
What year was it?
This had to have been like 75, 74.
Damn. So y'all been in Victorville.
Yeah, so that's been like home base. like that's been my grandma. She's been our rock, you know what I mean? And that's been the crib. I mean, that's been the house that anytime you needed to have a fallback or a setback, we could always get back to the crib.
I used to work in Victorville off of Bear Valley Road?
Yeah, that's the main street.
Yeah,
the one main street that everyone knows about. Yeah.
It was
down that long ass road at every restaurant. Now I used to
Right
call
there.
I used to call it a fat nigga's wet dream.
Oh, bro, it's right there. You can see it right there. The mall's right there. You see it. You can't miss it.
Nah, but Victorville was cool though. Like I can't. The houses are hella cheap and low out there.
Yo, I gotta say, man, I gotta shout out to the High Desert though, man, because it's one of those places that a lot of people forget about and get shit on, but it's a developing community, man, like and that people sleep on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's up there, and I get it. It's out the way. But everybody passes it on the way to to Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
You going past it, and
it's one of the best resting places too.
Absolutely.
If you're on your way
if you
back,
got somebody like a homie or something that's up the way, you need a pit stop on the way, and you don't want to beat that traffic, bro. Pull up. It's right there.
Exactly. And hella niggas from the city, like LA, moved to Victorville. Everybody moves to Victorville.
Yeah.
It's just so affordable. I get it.
Exactly.
Now, the question I have for you is, what people don't know about that's outside of California, Victorville is it's up a long ass hill.
Yep, up the hill.
Up to 15. So that commute alone is crazy.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half to LA.
But yet, you're always working in Los Angeles.
Yep.
You're always working in different cities all around with different celebrities, different events, sporting events, music events.
Yep.
But you live in Victorville.
Technically, yeah. That's where I lay my head. Yeah. But you know what? I got to shout out to my boy P Butter. So what we did for years, because I haven't always just been up there. I was living in Hollywood, going to school.
Right. I'm about to say, how is that possible?
Yeah, exactly. That? So it hasn't always been back and forth commute for 9-10 years. You know what I mean? What happened was my boy P Butter, he's had family. That's my best friend since high school.
Right.
Him and his family, they had a spot in Lakewood down by Long Beach.
Yeah, I know about Lakewood. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like home base number 2. His family was like my family. And whenever I needed to make city moves, we'd be posted at the spot.
Right.
And we'd have the crib. And we made it work. You know what I mean?
I think everybody from the Inland Empire has like that adopted family or friend that's in LA.
Absolutely.
That we all like squat at, chill out.
Absolutely, bro.
Because that's where the gigs are.
That's part of the moves. That's part of what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially as an artist, an entrepreneur, somebody who's just got to get by and do what you got to do. You know, that's been through all that. You mean part of that journey?
Yeah.
I just did what I had to do, man, because I always had that vision beyond what the circumstances were.
Right.
And I also have to shout out Bakersfield.
Bakersfield,
okay, because that's
you better break this down quick. It's like 4 niggas like, what the fuck, Bakersfield?
All right, so let me tell you. So my dad is from Bakersfield. Parents were split up. I was always back and forth. So I went to high school in Bakersfield. Like,
got you.
10 years. My first 10 years was in Palmdale. The next 10 years I was in Bakersfield.
Damn.
After that, I've been in LA, i.e., Victorville, all over.
Just how old are you?
I'm 29, about to be 30 next month.
So it's been separated almost in 3s.
Basically.
The first 10, Palmdale.
Yep.
Last 3 you said was Bakersfield. I mean, middle 10 was Bakersfield. Now this last 3's been LA, i.e.,
Hollywood, Panorama City, Lakewood.
So all right, let's break this down now. I want to start with the first 10, man.
Okay.
In Palmdale.
Okay.
Were you into photography then?
No. I was just a kid. Like I was always like, into the 90s. I was growing up in the 90s. I was into video games. I still like DBZ, like the whole 90s shit. I mean, that's, I was a kid. We was going outside. We was getting scars. We was, you know what I mean? Real kid shit that they don't do no more.
Yeah. Hey, I never see kids playing right now.
That's not even a thing no more, bro.
When's the last time you had a drive and you heard niggas say, car?
That doesn't exist anymore, bro.
You don't ever hear that
they
anymore.
on streaming and they on YouTube. That's just the new world, the new digital age. You know what I mean?
And I see more kids with fucking tablets and phones.
It's crazy, bro.
Just like
Black Mirror, for real.
Yeah, real talk. But all right, so when did you pick up the camera?
I would say 2008 was when I decided to take it serious.
So this the second 10.
So in the second 10, I did the last part of like elementary, middle school, high school. I was up in Bakersfield. That's where I built my core base of friends. P Butter, Teaspoon, my boys who I'm with always, that I'm posting about, talking about my main flight life niggas.
Right.
So, and that's where we used to, like I said, we did high school. And right after high school, we did the local college thing. We was partying, just building our whole, just living, you know what I mean?
Right.
But niggas were always creative, you know what I mean? I always was, growing up, always into movies, video games, that whole shit.
And I see it in your art now.
Yeah.
All your shit, it has I was going to get to that. We'll get to that even a little bit later, but all your art always has like that 90s feel.
Yeah, man.
Hype Williams.
Yeah.
The colors, the vibrant shots, everything.
All that, bro.
You and your core friends P Butter and
Teaspoon.
Yep. Y'all started off watching those videos, getting into it, or
yeah, I mean,
what was it?
Really, like I said, I was always kind of like, I've never, and even now, I don't see myself as a quote unquote cool guy. Like I'm a big nerd. I'm a nerd, bro. Like
I don't know about that, my nigga. If niggas look at your Instagram, you got some cool ass shit, my nigga.
I am a nerd. I've always been like, I played sports with the homies and shit, but I was always just the quiet, like just low key. Always been into my art shit, my comic shit, Marvels, all that shit. But it's funny. The job that I used to have back in the day, I used to work at a couple of skate shops. I used to work at Vans, a local shop up at Mainland, up in Bakersfield called Mainland. But the job that's always been my all-time favorite job was Blockbuster Video.
Wow. So you started off working at Blockbuster. I
used to work at Blockbuster Video.
Hey, yo, shout out Blockbuster.
Shout out to them, man.
Do you remember, I don't know if you have to remember because you worked there, but it was like the feeling of like a Friday night.
Bro, there was nothing like that.
And you knew your mom was going to take you to Blockbuster or like Hollywood Video.
You get a video game or something.
Don't let you get a video game with the movie combo.
Bruh.
Or say if you had a friend that spent a night and then y'all get like 2 movies.
Bruh, there was nothing like it.
It was like, that would never be experienced again.
That would never be experienced again, bro. And see, I was hooking up the homies, you know, like wiping off fees. People would go up there with their movies. I wouldn't charge them for the candy that they would come up with. You know, I was a young nigga. I was wilding, you know what I mean? Hooking up cute girls with wiping off fees.
As you should.
We were kids.
How old were you working at Blockbuster?
I was 18, 19.
All right, so what was the craziest fee you ever seen?
Oh man, I mean, I've seen people. I mean, well, people go like you go into debt, like credit, the credit people will come after you, bro. Like there are people that get charges like $1,000 charges and it'll go to collections.
The rack,
bro. It'll go to collections and then they'll be chasing you. It's crazy. Some people get running up like that.
So when you were at there watching, I mean, I'm sure you're at Blockbuster. To bring it back, you're watching and you're seeing all these films. You're around this at all times. You are the connect.
Yeah, listen, growing up, my favorite thing to do, and it's still even now, is to go to the movie theater. I mean, that's how, like me and my mom, we real tight. She used to run errands and she would let me go, me and a buddy or something, drop us off. You know, we 11, 12. She drop us off at the movie theater. We go catch a flick.
Yeah.
And then come after she done running errands, she come pick us up. You know, I mean, that's what I just did. You know what I mean? As a kid,
So you were just at the movie theaters chilling,
man. I mean, that was what.
So how old were you?
I'd be 11, 12 at the movie theater watching movies, bro.
Fucking tight.
Like that was what I did growing up. I probably remember the first.
What was the first one that you were like? You remember you were by yourself at the movie? And you just went in like it was like
by myself, man. I don't even remember. I remember the first movie I did go see.
What was it?
It was a Goofy movie in the 90s.
With Tevin Campbell that played Powerline?
And it was a field trip at school, and like some kids we went. That was like my first memory that I have of that.
Hey, no cap. My first movie that I remember as a kid that I can remember was going as a field trip with KinderCare.
Oh, I went to KinderCare.
Wow.
I was a KinderCare kid.
You're a KinderCare kid?
I am.
Shout out that high-ass fee our parents paid.
Bro.
You ever find out how much it really costs?
Your parents had a pretty good job, right?
My mom was a nurse. She already knew what it was.
Okay, true.
Trust me. But here's the thing. It's funny. I probably played against you in them little sports. You remember they used to put KinderCare together?
Probably, bro.
And put us together on a little like shit.
Whoa, that's crazy, bro.
That's deep. That's funny as fuck. But nah, what I was saying is basically, with the field trip though, with KinderCare, they took us to go see Little Rascals.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I remember we all got a popcorn, the little kid pack that came with the candy.
Yeah.
With the soda.
Bro.
And it had Little Rascals around it, and I thought I was the coolest nigga, and I sat by the girl that I had a crush on.
Bro.
See, I was a little horny-ass little nigga then. It was a rap. It was bad.
Bro, rare flat player,
yeah,
bro.
Rare flat player. I've been like this. So I remember her name was Kelly, too. I'll never forget it. It was sick. And I sat right by her and I held her hand and watched the Little Rascals. Bro, that was a lot.
There's nothing like a movie experience at the end of the day, bro. And that's why it makes me sad too, to get on another quick little deeper turn, is that how movie, like the movie theater experience is changing. I mean, with streaming and how fast movies are turning around now.
How do you feel about that?
I mean,
how do you feel about like that change of coming? Because like, for instance, I go see movies, but it has to be so big for me to like get up, go in my
An event
car.
movie, a blockbuster movie.
I mean, almost beyond a blockbuster because I still didn't even get to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I missed it. Yeah, I fucked up.
Please go see that. That's one of my favorites this year.
I seen you watch that, man.
Man, I loved it.
But it's like, it takes so much for me to go to the movies, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, that's just how some people are. I mean,
but you have a real genuine
and
love
it's expensive.
for it.
It's expensive too. I mean, it's a whole ass investment. Your day, your time, and your money. I mean, are going to it.
Do you feel like movies are gonna get like outlawed by like our children's children? Are they gonna be watching movies in the movie theaters?
I don't think movies are going anywhere. It's just the way that we consume it is going to change, and the money behind it is going to shift. Old Hollywood will eventually be out, and I always say that on Twitter. I'm like, listen, why do I care what Bob Smith, born in the 40s, has to say about a Marvel movie? He's not in my demographic. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
exactly
that median is going to shift at some point.
That was kind of weird. That the dude, was it Bob Smith?
No, that's just some
random name you're gonna say, yeah. But he said some shit about the Marvel movie. I remember he said that, and I was like, "Oh, it's not real."
Oh, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese.
And I love his movies. I mean, Goodfellas,
Everyone
Casino,
loves
like damn.
Scorsese.
It hurt to hear him say that. I'm not gonna front, you know, because I'm a fan. But I respect it. But I respect and understand where he's coming from. He's an older cat. He's from old Hollywood. He's from the film print, so he's just coming from a different perspective.
What did he mean?
He's just. It's all.
And I'm not asking you to speak for him, but maybe just give it, because
the way I felt is it's colorful to him. It's bright. It's loud. It's not, because again, this is somebody who's from, him and Francis Ford Coppola, who made a following statement afterward. That's the guy who made The Godfather.
You're right.
These are OGs who, they're from that old Hollywood who have just a certain standard of how they feel a movie should be presented and a story should be told.
Right.
So to them, it's all the action and the explosions and the fun and the theme. To them, they're not with all that. They're just not with it.
They want storyline and
they want deep, performance acting and all that.
Deep ass monologues.
They want all that. You know what I mean? And again, I just respect where they're coming from. And a lot of old heads are just set in their ways. At the end of the day. That's why, again, not to take another deeper, darker turn, but racism and all that shit is the way it is because people are set in their ways. Like, it's just, some people can't be turned off from that.
We were talking about Tyler Perry earlier in the barbershop, and I was talking about how Tyler Perry now owns his own studio. And
which was inspiring as fuck.
He's revolutionizing the thoughts about people even work or do now. Like, I don't know.
Bro, listen, when the whole thing was coming out, because I remember once upon a time, like, when moms was telling me about that, because I have some family that's out near Atlanta and Augusta area.
Right.
In between both
cities. I was just in Atlanta, and I went to Clark, Atlanta. So you already know. That's why I have this little hoodie, this little crew neck on right now.
Represent. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I was hearing about that, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, they've got this big ass studio that's coming out that's gonna represent Black culture and this and that, and that was gonna shift because between Atlanta and New Orleans, there's new locations where a lot of movies are being filmed.
I know, like Black Panther was even filmed at Tyler Perry's studio.
Exactly.
Correct?
LA is not the only place where they're making movies no more. And Atlanta is for sure.
Okay. As a director, if you were going to film your film, would you want to film in Atlanta or would you want to film in Los Angeles? And why?
Economics plays a big part in it. The cost. I mean, just straight up, just off the top, the cost of production and renting out, how much does it cost to block off Broadway, between Broadway and 3rd in downtown LA versus, a similar looking, metro place in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That you could get a permit with the Georgia Film for a third of that price. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
It just makes it easier.
It just makes it a lot easier. And so that's playing a lot of part. And again, there's lots of land out there and you can build studios literally now, build worlds.
Did you see that White House he built, bro?
It's crazy. It's an exact replica. It's not even like
it's not just some
percentage of it. It's his own White House. That's a flex.
How many people do you know own the White House?
You know what I mean?
He owns a White House. Technically, on paper, he could be like, "Oh yeah, you want to go to the White House? Pull up in the golf cart." He has 12 sound stages,
and it's beautiful how he named them after like historical Black figures in Hollywood. Denzel.
I said, were you there?
Like, no, I'm
surprised you weren't there. You do that kind of shit. You're always at some shit like that,
wish,
bro.
And that's part of one day I want to get into that phase of getting, you know, access to the screenings and invites. You know, that's one day. You know what
I mean, because from what I have seen you do, your shit. First off, I'm just want to address the first one that fucked me up when I seen you did. And I was like, oh my God, I got to talk to him about this.
Okay.
You worked with Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
In the world of wrestling entertainment.
Yeah, Nature Boy.
You seen the Nature Boy in his glory.
OG.
Yeah. How did that happen? How did that even come about?
Okay.
Because I mean, you don't have to go into details. Don't give.
I'll break it down. How much time do we got? We got time.
Man, talk, bro.
Okay.
We here,
okay.
Bro.
There's layers.
You home, bro.
There's layers. There's layers to how I even got to that point. So that work for Cricket Wireless. That's one of my major clients that I work with.
Okay.
Cricket Wireless, a cell phone company. They're like a third-party cell phone company. Like, you know, the major hitters, AT&T, or Verizon, you know, Sprint. Those are the big hit. But all of them, they have third-tier sub. So Metro PCS, Cricket, you know what I mean? Like the Boost, all that shit.
Yeah.
So Cricket, they make pretty good, solid moves. You know what I mean? I've grown to respect them, and shout out to my whole Cricket family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they really take care of me, and they are one of the big sponsors of the WWE.
Wow.
If you again, a lot of people, and so I'm gonna cap for WWE today, by the way, because I've been doing work for them, and I've grown a heavy respect for just the business behind it.
Okay.
And so if you've ever watched a WWE event, like one of the pay-per-views or something, and you look in the the banners at any of the events or on the commercials, two of the big pay-per-view sponsors are Cricket Wireless and Snickers. It's just on super random. You never notice the subtle advertisements, but Cricket Wireless is one of their big heavy hitters, and they have brand ambassadors that are represented through WWE.
Yeah.
So a lot of my work that I do is this agency books me out. That Cricket they book me out, third party. This agency, Max Borges, they book me out, and I do content for them essentially at the pay-per-views, and they have different meet and greets, and they have different like even smaller events, because when we did work with Rick, we were at SmackDown. That was just SmackDown.
And you go there, you shoot.
Yeah,
you shoot
picture and video.
And
video. And usually it's like a package. They usually need because they need stuff for their social media,
right?
And so they need usually it's like a 4 video package that I give them. An introduction, we do a CSR event where it's like a community outreach thing, a meet and greet where they have at a local store or somewhere.
Right.
They have fans come line up, and then they'll come in.
I went to something like that because, not to cut you off, but I worked WrestleMania at the Georgia Dome about 4 or 5 years ago. Thank you. See, MJ. Shout out my nigga MJ right here.
Shout out to MJ in the building. MJ himself.
Yes, MJ himself, man. First off, this nigga's a wild
MJ
nigga
Waves.
too, by the way.
MJ Waves.
This is my nigga on the internet. He never.
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
Side note.
Side note. Shout out to MJ Waves.
But I worked WrestleMania at the Georgia Dome.
Yeah.
And I was a security guard.
Okay,
I was a yellow jacket.
Yeah.
I was a yellow jacket. I had that shit, the little CSC people.
Yeah.
And literally, that was some of the best money I ever made in Atlanta.
Bro,
because it was
crazy.
They paid me so much money.
Yeah.
And you don't have to assess, because I know you still work for them. But I did nothing.
Bro.
Nothing. I just sat there and just watched my favorite stars.
Oh yeah, no, the
work.
budget. Yeah, WWE. Vince McMahon is $1 billion player.
I love Vince McMahon.
He's $1 billion player.
He pays on time.
Yeah. So it's a good situation.
It's great. And it was so tight though, because it was like the wrestling events before, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And that was my first time getting introduced to any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah. Oh no, it's crazy, bro.
And that was just wrestling.
The fans are legit. Like they're still very involved. Like they sell out these events. They're there like in full waves, bro. And it's dope. You know what I mean? So again, I do this work for them, and even another layer behind how I got involved with Cricket Wireless is I met them through Rocsi Diaz.
Shout out, I was gonna bring that up too, because shout out her, because first off, the shit you do for her.
Appreciate it, man.
On the side note,
yeah,
your pictures are so wet with her, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
And she's beautiful already. I seen her one time.
Oh yeah, she works the camera perfectly. Like it's flawless for her. Like she's a star. Like she knows how to be on camera. You know what I mean? Like. And
how was that interaction being with her? You know, my man's side.
Oh yeah, no. That's honestly, like, I know people have their speculations, but that's Big Sis. Like we're super close, like super cool. Like, and we met at an event. I was doing media for another company. We happened to meet at VH1 Hip Hop Honors, and she was doing media stuff up there, and we just happened to meet. And I was just there taking pictures, and she actually caught my she caught, like, we call each other across the room, you know what I mean? So she was like, oh shoot, like, you know, like he's chilling or whatever. And then I ended up taking pictures of her and Karuchi that night. I took pictures of Karuchi. Karuchi reposted them, and it was just out there. And then I sent the pictures that I took of Rocsi that night to her. And she was like, "Oh, these are dope. Yo, let's link up. Let's just work.
Right.
Let's get up." And that's essentially how our relationship
just pulled up.
That's essentially how our relationship started.
Right.
She saw my work and was like, "Okay, he's chill. He's cool." Because it's essentially when you're out, vibing matters in the network game.
Exactly.
Like, you got to present yourself accordingly, not be on no extra shit, and be chilling.
Yeah.
And Rox was like, "Oh, he looks cool. Like he's chilling." Like, and then and she saw the work and was like, "Yo, let's get up." And that's really how that started out. And so I linked up with Cricket because she's one of their brand ambassadors. They have events.
Right.
They do live stream events where she's doing, they got artists that come through and she's hosting and she's, moderating or whatever. So they'll come through. And so she was like, "Hey, yo, Mars, pull up. We had Live Nation up in Hollywood. Come through. Like, we got this Cricket Wireless, live stream tonight. Come through. Just post up, take pictures, be in the green room, whatever. It's chill." So I pull up and, this is just off GP. Like, there wasn't like no money involved or nothing. It was just like, I'm going to pull up and stop the strength. I
love these stories.
Because I understand, because I understand the strength sometimes of there's value in not always the dollar. It's about the moment and being there.
Hold on. Can you repeat that again for the people?
There's value in the moment. It's not always about the dollar. Sometimes you just got to be in the room and show face. A lot of people don't understand that, and they get pressed on it. And that's why essentially why me and some cats don't even get along to this day, because there was always the pressure of, I need to get paid and this and that. And I'm like, fam, like we gonna get there. Like just if you trust me and believe in this vision, we gonna get there. Like
that's literally me and my producer Jordan. Shout out Productive Culture. I think me and him have that talk. And like he can tell me wrong, we had that same talk about 4 times. You gotta believe in the vision, bro. Every summer,
it's the long play. It's not the now. It's the long play.
And he be telling me that, like, bro, I'm not tripping because I know it's gonna work. I know you're gonna do it. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, we all gonna make this shit work. Like,
we on the same page, bro. You get it. Y'all get it for real.
Exactly.
Y'all get it. So I pulled up on Roxy and I was just in the building in the cut, just taking my photos, doing my thing, and like. People like, Roxy also is really great with the introduction. She's always like, "Hey, yo, this is my boy Mars. He takes really good photos. If you ever need some photos, like."
Let's go.
So the introduction is always great. I'm always chilling. I'm cool. If somebody wants my business card, we'll exchange cards, whatever. But for the most part, I'm chilling.
But you have them.
But I always have them on
that. You're ready.
Yeah, that art will never go out of style for me. So what happened was, I was there, and then I was like, okay, I got this content. Let me hook something up. So you know me. You've seen how I work.
Yes.
So I shot the content, whipped it up the next day, delivered a bunch of pictures on set. It was a Jasmine Sullivan pull-up. Roxy and Jasmine Sullivan. So I had photos, video. I sent them to Roxy, hooked up a little recap trailer or something for the gram.
Yeah.
She posted it, and that went out. It was Fly Life Films Present. It's just one of my videos.
Yeah.
And my boy Brian, who was doing head of social media at Cricket Wireless at the time, my boy Brian, and shout out to him. He's over at AT&T now, but he was like, "Yo, what is this? Like, who did this? Where'd this come from? What is this? Like, where are these pictures? Like, thank you." Like,
and from Cricket Wireless.
From Cricket Wireless.
From just watching the social media.
He was on Roxy's page and was like, "Roxy, what is this?" And Rox was like, "Oh, that's my boy Mars. The one that was there that pulled up. He does this."
Wow.
So the people at Cricket were like, yo, we actually need someone that can fit in with our crew and can do social media content at events and different things. And essentially, that's how the whole thing started. It's almost 2 years ago now.
And you know what it was? I think your turnaround rate is so undeniable.
Yeah, the efficiency is what has them in the back. I'm like their secret weapon, bro.
Yes.
Because what happens is like they did a test run. They had me go out to Anaheim and film this like conference for this speaker. I forget his name. It was this big Latino conference. He was up there just doing this thing, and so I gave them. See, that's also the thing about my videos is I can do different styles. I can adapt whatever you need.
When you're saying styles,
if you need a corporate, ad type commercial video that you could play on TV, I can hook that up. If you need some music video type shit with the rappers, we can do that.
Yeah.
If you need some something with the models, something fly and sexy. We can do that. Like, if you need some intense, pump it up, fire you up, WrestleMania shit, we can do that.
And what's your turnaround rate at that time?
I mean, generally, when I'm on these jobs with Cricket, and how I say they need those 4 videos, usually we'll do like, say we do the first day, we'll do the intro video promo. So we'll go to the arena, we'll film some B-roll stuff, we'll film an intro with our host. I'll go to the hotel room, film some drone footage, like whip that up, and it's probably done that night or the next morning. Then the next day, we'll go do, say, the meet and greet.
Yeah.
We'll do the meet and greet at 9 in the morning. We do a live stream first with the wrestlers that we doing with.
Yeah.
Then I'm doing pictures and video at the same time, mind you.
A
lot of people, they have to hire 2 people to do. I can do both. So.
Yo, this nigga is really doing some shit.
Bro, I'm hungry. Like,
hey, talk your shit, my nigga. No, because niggas need to hear this.
So what happens is, they usually need photos of the stars, and it's all got to be quality content. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
at the end of the day, this is going on a major company.
They're paying for this. They had a marketing meeting. Like, okay, we need media footage.
And what I love about it is that they have me in these meetings too. Like they show.
Oh, you're at that.
I'm with the heads of I'm not just like with, like, they show me respect. Like, they really do respect, like the heads of Cricket Wireless and the heads of social media, and like I've been in Atlanta at the headquarters.
Wow.
The headquarters Cricket Wireless building, like, because I do it's actually been shocking the amount of respect they show me for, you know, like, they love my work, bro.
It's because you showed it, as they should.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they show me a lot of respect.
And it's not like I'm sitting here like I'm shocked. It's just more so like I'm like, that's really good. That I like to hear when people actually put in the work.
Yeah.
Because your turnaround rate is so quick, and you're doing both photos and visuals. But to even pause it, how'd you even get to a point where you were able to do both of those such at a high efficient rate, to where a business like Cricket Wireless would even invest in you?
Man,
like, what did that take? What was that process like?
I've been really just doing it off the strength. Like, there's been legendary stories how, okay, I gotta say, back early when the beginning of this third phase of everything, this 09, 2010,
right,
and beyond started, and I first was like, okay, I'm gonna really take this serious. Like, I just started out just doing it hand in hand every day, like, just editing stuff. I mean, I started out slow, and then I just picked it up, and literally, like, that's just what I would do. Like, I would just shoot and practice, and it just became a thing that just got fast.
Who were you shooting in the beginning?
The homies, the HSB homies. And that's how we met, actually, the UTB homies back in the day. because there's stories where, like, people that they used to come, we were over the other side of the mountains over in Beaumont.
Damn.
We had a crib. There was like 8 of us that were staying there, and it was like the craziest, best time of our lives, because they were making music. I was shooting videos, because that's really what.
And who is this again?
My boys, they were the HSB crew.
Okay.
And that was me, P Butter, Teaspoon.
Got you.
B
I love
Super.
P Butter and Teaspoon keeps coming up. They're very vital people.
Those are my boys. For real. Yeah, those are my boys.
I feel like they're like how Reem, Dre B, Cassius, Fayo,
absolutely.
Speak, After,
Parallel.
D-More, like all of them is in my life. That's
they
same way.
They know each other too. Like, it's all parallel. Like, it's mad respect. We've had much respect.
So you guys all grew up creating with each other.
Essentially,
doing the art.
And see, we all do different things. We all do different things. We don't even do the same. Like, at one point they dabbled in music, but it didn't really work out. You know what I mean? They tried it. Didn't really work out. But like, Teaspoon is like essentially like, he went to the military and went to go make his bag overseas and doing his thing, but he came back and he's making a lot of investments and things. So he's like essentially like my behind the scenes producer eventually one day. He's like my suit man.
Gotcha.
One day. Butter, he's always been like my right hand. Butter's my right hand. Like, whatever I need, like, that's my nigga. Like, if I need him to hold a camera, he can, but Butter now essentially he's a chef now. A weed chef, mind you.
Hey, this is too deep right now. Hold on, this is getting later.
On some Flight Life food shit. Like, he's on some, and he's running like catering shit out there in LA, and he's doing his thing. I'm really proud of him, bro. Like, he keeps it real low key and shit. He's still tapped into Flight Life shit. If you look on Instagram, Flight Life Butter. I'm Flight Life Mars. He's Flight Life Butter.
Gotcha.
He's real low key and modest about his shit, but he's doing things that eventually, when the time is right, we all gonna link up and get back on our creative shit together. Right. But right now, as life is progressing, we're all, you know what I mean, just handling business.
So you guys all had this house together,
yeah.
And you guys are just creating. It's almost like how UTB had the mansion.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it was. It was that. Literally.
That's crazy.
We would have our parties, people would come through, and so there's these legendary stories where we're having functions and shit, and I'm at the function faded, which people pass me drinks, we smoking and shit, but I'm on the laptop editing footage and chopping up, and people are like, yo, Mars is in the cut, like in the middle of the function, like the shit's happening.
Hey, you know,
I'm not like tucked away somewhere, like we're in the function, but I'm on my shit, like, and that was just always like being something about that burning whatever, that to want it and get it was always there.
Hey, and you know what? When I used to be at the mansion, and when I say the mansion, and people don't know, I can put it in reference. It was a house.
It's a house, yeah.
Literally Reem's house that he lived in.
I've been there.
And we called it the mansion because, you know, we all knew we wanted our mansion, but we had our mansion now. We were like, fuck it, we're going to call it the mansion.
It was a beautiful thing from afar, bro.
It was. And I don't even think I've ever talked about the mansion like in detail like that, but what it was is we used to throw little functions and recreate, and Reem used to paint, and Speak would be there, After One to be there, Fail. The motto got made there, After One, Form.
Whole crew.
We can go down the list. A lot of shit got made there. Anyway, me personally, I used to DJ on YouTube. And I used to open up 2 windows. Like I opened up 2 different windows on YouTube, 2 different tabs. And I used to DJ like basically like left, right, like like deck 1, deck 2. And I used to like put a song on mute, load it up, and then fade it in and fade it out. And I learned how to fade in and fade out.
I started on Final Cut. Like it's just how you start, like just early phase. Like just...
That's so crazy. And it happened from the mansion. Would you say, did your journey of editing and learning, was there around that time learning with Final Cut and being in that house? Is that how you started going from those functions?
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell you another crazy backtrack that you're going to be like, bro, what the fuck?
Talk to me.
So 09 came, right? I was up in Bakersfield. Now, before I ended up being down in Southern California, I had about 7-8 month. I was away from California. This was in summer 2009. I left California, and me and my mom, we drove to Augusta, Georgia. No, we drove to Atlanta first. My family was staying in Atlanta because my family that was living in LA, they had relocated out there. So we kind of went out there and was just kind of just pressing reset.
Right.
Because we were hit by the real estate market crash. Yeah, my family was affected by that. Like that.
That's deep.
Yeah, that.
And this was in Bakersfield?
Yeah. Yeah, that affected us major. It affected my mom's business at the time. Like, so we had to take some time down, and we left Bakersfield. We took a drive out to Victorville, where Graham's home base was at.
Solid.
For like a day or two, and was like, okay, we're gonna take a breather. What's this next phase gonna be? Because again, I was 19, just trying to figure it out.
Right.
We were like, let's just go to Georgia for a little bit and just press reset and decompress.
This is so funny. Why does everyone go to Georgia to reset?
I
went to Atlanta myself to reset.
Bro. It's something about them trees out there.
It's something about Atlanta.
It's something about it.
Niggas from California.
Yeah. You can go out to Atlanta and vibe. It's a vibe, bro. It's something
I love Atlanta.
That you can appreciate about.
I love Atlanta.
Especially the culture, seeing your people out there, like it's beautiful. So I went out there for about, let's say 6 or 7 months, and that's when I spent that whole time like just thinking about the vision. Like, okay, I want to go back to California.
And how old were you?
19.
Okay.
19. And I was like, I want to go back to California and do this film shit. Like, I want to figure this out. Like, whatever it is that I got to do. I started looking at cameras that I wanted. I started looking at schools that I wanted to go. Because before I went to LA Film School, originally I was going to end up going to the Musicians Institute in Hollywood because they had a film program there.
Right.
And I had another buddy that went. And that was just like my first step in like dabbling and figuring out what I wanted to do in Hollywood. And
so your plan was to go, you went to the LA Film School?
Yeah, I eventually did. Yeah, after the Hog House, Beaumont, HSB, whole shit.
Oh, so from Georgia, you went to the Beaumont, HSB.
From Georgia, I came back to Cali, and I went to Lakewood, and I was with my boy Butter for about, we was doing it for like a year or so. We was out there posting, making moves and shit. Then I ended up going back to Victorville to press reset again. Right?
I love 2 resets. I love them.
Because it's just whatever the phase is, you know, life was just happening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've done it all. Like I've been hungry, bro. Straight up.
I love it though.
Like I've been on couches, no shame in that at all.
Of course.
So
Same here.
So I went back to Victorville, and that was pretty much like my final reset before I jumped ship, because I was still working jobs at the time, trying to just figure it out.
Right.
The last job that I technically had, like job was working at Vans. I was at the working at Vans in the Victorville Mall.
Damn.
That was the one that I used to work at, and then I was like, you know what, it was just that time when I just was ready to make that climate shift. And back to my HSB fam, I started shooting with them because they were staying in Moval. I used to commute from Victorville down to Moval and just fuck with my niggas. And that's probably our first when I might have been running around with y'all.
That makes sense. That's why I'm like, is that where that
B Super and J Dub used to stay in Moval? They used to stay down there, and then they had a spot in Riverside. So we was always out there, always out off University.
Yes.
We would see each other running around
and this
everywhere,
is like
bro.
2010. Ooh.
2010, 2011.
That was the dark time of
you know
Big Cali.
Yeah.
That's when I was super Cali. That's when I was
Yo, listen.
2011, 2012,
it was
Big Cali.
Good times though.
It was amazing.
Good times.
I wouldn't take it back for nothing. I wouldn't.
Exactly. So we had our super crew there was like 8 of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Running around. And so that was like, so I made that final jump from Vans. I was like, listen, this is what I got to do. Like, I'm going to just do this video shit full time. They needed someone to shoot videos. I needed someone to shoot videos for. And we just was like, let's just do this. They were making music. We were putting out videos. And that's really how essentially the whole internet push started. Flight Life. I started Flight Life in 2010.
So it started with just pushing your homie shit, and then it just grew to everybody.
Yeah, Flight Life was always like the tattoo that's on my hand is like the original logo. It's the Kitty Hawk. The brand that it is now, it's a re-imaged version of the Kitty Hawk plane, that the Wright brothers originally.
I was about to say it looks like a classic ass plane.
Yeah, you know what I mean. When you see the brackets of it, but it's so it's a play off that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Keone that made the design years ago.
Damn, man. Yeah. So from there, you made Flight Live, you started doing it, and then when were you like, okay, it's time to level up?
It was probably like 2012 was around that time. And now, so this was around the time when niggas started having differences creatively and motivationally.
Doesn't that happen?
And trying to figure out and just trying to figure out like, hey, yo, we got to figure out what's the next play. Like, you know, we got to generate some ends. We got to figure out just what we're going to do.
Right.
And this is going back to P Butter. P Butter was the one.
P Butter. Hey, I got to meet these cats.
I wish P Butter could have made it today. He was busy. He had work today. I wish he could have made it today. But P Butter is like he's been my right hand. He was like, yo, what we should do is we should go to school, bro. We should go to the city and go to school. Let's get some financial aid. Let's network and let's do this, but in another centralized location. Let's get out of Beaumont and let's just go back to the city. And at first, niggas weren't hearing it. It went in and out the ear. I started dating a chick. I started getting caught up. Like, just I wasn't hearing it. Like, you know, other niggas.
Beaumont.
Bro, like
leave here,
bro. Like, but see, it wasn't even that. Like, it wasn't even like we were comfortable out there. It was just we had to because we had to eventually go back to Moval and get situated in a living situation. But it was just like, all right, what we gonna do? Like,
what's the plan?
Well, yeah, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
What's the next phase? Like, okay, like we've tapped into the YouTube shit. Like, I did the Flight Life, episode series years ago. Like before they were doing this was like around. I gotta honestly have a moment and say this was like around the time, maybe if not before Wiz was doing day-to-days.
And before Wiz was even doing the day-to-days, UTB was dropping the shit on Venmo, the day-to-day lifestyle videos, the lifestyle videos with Dre B.
Yes.
So even around that time, we all were doing it around the same time. There was a whole
internet wave, bro.
And you were a part of that wave, so you were already pushing your movement in that same pocket.
And also, too, I used to come out here to Pomona, actually, and do a lot of videos at the Glass House. At the Glass House and at the Fox Theater.
That's what I was going to get
That's how I met a lot of Noah James and everybody around. That's how I met all the homies. Cam Gnarly, everybody, Flip. Everybody, well, I knew Flip from Up in the Dirt, but you know what I'm saying? That's how.
I love you say Up in the Dirt. That's how I know you really from up there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so that's how niggas was around, bro, just showing face. And everybody that's been doing it, we all still out here doing it. The ones that's really that was like people have phased out that said they was doing it and they're not really doing it now.
Of course.
But people that's still here, we still here.
Yeah.
So around that time, back to P Butter. So back to P Butter. P Butter. He was like, yo, let's go to school. Let's get this money, man.
Yeah.
And niggas weren't hearing it. And it took a while for shit to turn around. And then I was like, you know what? Butter's right. He started going to the LA Recording School, which is the branch from the LA Film School. And that's essentially how I ended up looking up the LA Film School research, and that's how I ended up making that transition in 2013 to go out there and go to school and be in Hollywood and get my foot out there and just take that next step, learning about school. And real quick, and that is when I met the bubble of my networking that took it off. That's when I first met Sir Michael Rocks.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
What was
that
it
was
like
a major.
when you
That's a
first got
major.
there?
Yeah, that's a major like chapter in my life.
Damn.
To be honest, and that's family still.
Is that what you learned? What we like to call networking, real networking, meeting the plugs.
Yeah,
getting those.
Yeah, like LA Film School. I wouldn't take that. I mean, that experience. Like I was already doing it aside, learning my own ways of the craft, but LA Film School was really molding it and taking it to the next level and learning about production and learning about what every person on set does and learning about the whole process of making a movie, essentially.
What was it that you say you didn't know that you kind of learned from LA Film School or that kind of got you?
I would say,
even if it's something that's not necessarily like textbook or like I learned in a book, it was just like, because even for me, Clark, Atlanta, before I went to Clark, Atlanta, I went out there and I was escaping some shit. I was just like, fuck it. I need to get out of California. I don't want to be in my parents' house no more. Me and my dad was beefing.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this shit. What I got to do? I got to go to school?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll swag out from school.
Yeah.
School ain't shit.
Yeah.
I got a 3.75, went straight to Clark. Didn't even take an SAT or ACT.
Yeah.
I went to community college, went straight to Clark. After going to Clark, I thought I was going to learn how to do radio broadcast and communication.
Yeah.
Never touched a microphone, never did anything, but I was working in a radio station.
Okay.
I learned networking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I learned how to
I would agree with that too.
Put yourself in a position to win and work.
Yeah.
And even though you don't see it, because in California, we've been kind of like in a bubble. You got to realize how much connects we have within 2 hours of us.
Yeah.
Niggas die.
And that's also the big picture of why I'm not tripping that I'm in the dirt.
Yes.
Essentially,
yeah.
When it comes down to it, because I'm thankful that I can make that commute back and forth if need be.
Real talk.
There's people because I've networked across the country. I know niggas who are in South Carolina, my boys that are like, yo, I wish I could even be in arm's reach of just what you get to
California.
Of just in California.
They just want to be here, period.
Exactly.
They're not tripping. They'll be in the IE.
And that's what. And so I look at a bigger picture of it. Sometimes a lot of people clown the high desert, and I'm like, listen, and especially in these economic state of California,
right?
I'm not tripping.
Exactly, because high desert.
If I'm gonna make some money and save some bread and be comfortable and cool, I'm not tripping.
You drive an hour and a half, and you can
I'll throw on a podcast and be straight.
Hello. And you can pocket 2 G's a month.
Easily. Just off that extra investment that I would need on trying to be uncomfortable.
Get an economically good car driving, and you're cool.
Straight up, bro.
You're fine. But in the end, I mean, I know we're going on a kind of a tangent. That's why I love talking to you, because I know you've been.
There's so much. There's so much. Yeah.
Honestly, your commute and you going to film school, you moved out to LA.
Yeah.
So you're full-time 100% film school. Were you still networking, going to events during that time?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was living with Bud. I was on his couch. Bud, I was going to school. We were living literally down the street. The school's off Sunset. We were living down there off Wilton. I think that was the street. Wilton or Wilcox. Right there off Wilton and Sunset.
Right.
We were down the street from the school. And essentially that's how we just, I was couch surfing, just figuring out, but I was going to class every day figuring out, you know what I mean?
So crazy. I feel like we had the same like college experience, because I did the same
just
shit.
Just doing it.
But it's
bro.
like I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one could take away my belief in what I was doing. Like I knew it was gonna work out.
Straight
I
up,
just
bro.
couldn't explain it, and it was fucked up how
vision,
it went.
Bro. Vision is big. I'm big on the word vision. Vision, bro. People see the vision, and it's like, bro, as long as you stay consistent to the vision, bro, it's gonna work out.
Did you actually finish film school?
Yeah, I graduated. I got my degree and all that. Like, I did the whole shit. Yeah.
God damn.
And I met Mikey pretty much like a month into film school, like essentially.
What
Twitter.
made you continue to keep going to film school? Because honestly, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
You had skills before film school.
Yeah.
I know you did. It wasn't because you wouldn't have gotten accepted and did it if you didn't have the skill.
Sure.
You met Sir Mikey Rocks
Yeah.
from the IE. He was actually, in that time, he was even huger than he was now.
Yeah.
So, point of what I'm saying is, you could have literally been like, oh, I just work for you and we could just work and just do some shit and I don't need to go to school.
Yeah.
That's what most people would have did. They just be like, fuck it, I got the jug already.
So essentially, this is what happened. Mikey was moving out here. When me and him first met, I'll try to run down the quick story of me and Mikey.
Take your time, bro. We chilling.
Okay, so when me and Mikey, how we first met essentially was through social media. I tweeted him one day. I was just like, yo, that'd be crazy if I shoot a video for Sir Mikey Rocks one day. He responded and was like, yo, let's get up, bro. Start following me. And was like, hey, yo, I'm finna be out in LA. I got a show. Pull up. So he had a show at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
I've been at the Whiskey. I've done shows at the Whiskey, and I've done shows at the Roxy right there.
Yep.
I love that little sunset.
That little right there in the cutty.
That's so legendary right there.
In the cutty. So he had a show.
A Sir Mikey Rock show at the Whiskey got to be cracking.
It was dope. Him, Trish J, Shorty K. That was the first time I met the whole crew. They came out and essentially, you know, we met the first time, and he was like, oh, you know, it's dope to vibe out. You know what I mean? Put a face to the nigga. You know, not just through socials and shit, whatever. And then he was like, yo, bro, yeah, I'm gonna be out here soon. Like, let's get up. Like, let's try to cook up some shit. So that nigga, like maybe like a month later, I was sitting in my producing class and we were like on lunch break. I see a tweet from Mikey and he's like, yo, just out here in Hollywood, you know, we just got out here, you know, we shooting up, like, you know, just on some he's out here shit. So I hit that nigga up. I was like, yo, let's get up, bro. So he said, he was like, oh shit, bro, pull up. Like, let's get up, right? So this is the story of how we essentially came together, and there's going to be things are going to come full circle.
Right.
So let me just break it down.
Sure.
So he was like, all right, bro, like I'm shooting a music video. Come through. So he was at the Roosevelt Hotel right there in Hollywood.
Yep.
Right there.
I know about the Roosevelt.
Right down the street from school.
Done a lot of wild shit at the Roosevelt.
So listen. So I was like, oh shit, right after class, I'm going to pull up. So I pull up at the spot. They're shooting a music video. They're shooting the original version of Make This Bread music video. So I pull up and just vibe. I'm just on set, just helping out and shit. And he's like, oh shit, what's up, bro? Like, you know, thanks for pulling up or whatever. Like, I just moved out here. Like, we got the crib right down the street off Cahuenga.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, that's down the block from school, nigga. Like, what's good? Like, oh shit, that's what's up, bro. Like, you in the cut, like down the street from school. Like, we out here. Like, I stay down the street with my boy Butter. Like, we out here. So we shooting the video. And it's all good vibes and shit. So after that shit wraps up, he's like, yo, we finna go to Hyde. We finna turn up. So we go to Hyde, right?
Always happens like that. You think you about to just work.
Yeah.
Do some work. And then it just, all right, well, it's lit. After that, we keep going.
We gonna kick it, like pull up. So I pull up and niggas start drinking, getting drunk. And niggas like, yo, Mars at him and Fats, his old money man Fats. He's like, yo, Mars, man, you hella cool, bro. Like, appreciate you, bro. You know how niggas start getting drunk and shit. Like, in the club, like, yo, man, you hella cool, man. Pull up on us, man. Anytime, nigga, we fuck with you, man. We finna shoot the rest of this shit tomorrow. So he was like, all right, bro, like, we gonna finish up this video tomorrow. Pull up. So I go to class the next day, pull up to the last part of the shoot.
Yeah.
And he's like, and there was another guy that was shooting the videos. I won't put his name out there and clown him or nothing, but there was another guy that was shooting the video. And guy from Chicago, actually.
Yeah.
So they were shooting the video, and he had to actually catch a flight back home. They couldn't finish the video, and they were like, "Hey, Mars, you think you can finish the rest of the video?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I can finish these last parts."
Why does it always have it like that? It's like the nigga was initially doing it, and he's like, "All right, well, I did what I had to do, so take it over."
Listen, so bro had to go back to Chicago. Fats was like, yo, you think you can finish the video, right? So I was like, oh yeah, for sure, right?
Of course I can.
So he leaves. So dude's like, okay, peace out, y'all. I gotta leave. He leaves, you know, Uber's here, whatever. He takes off. Fats is like, all right, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I wasn't even really feeling what he was shooting. Do you think you could shoot a better video just in general, Mars?
In general, can you just like redo everything he just fucking did?
I got you. So right there on spot, I shot what is now the version that's out in the world of the Make This Bread music video.
With Sir
Michael Rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, and so shoot the video. We on the set. It's like an hour. We got like the black setup, the lights. I had a chick that was on set below me. I told her to hold up a light. I just had to make some shit happen, but we made it happen. Made it happen, bro.
Some real IE shit right there.
Bro. So listen,
shit just made that shit work,
bro. So again, and I'm still like, I got class the next day. I got school and shit, right? But the next day I'm in school editing, bro.
So you use your resources of school to edit.
When I went to school, see, and that was part of Butter's master plan, bro. Financial aid, and they gave us our laptops. I still edit I'm actually about to get a new laptop, but I still edit today. My mobile laptop is the one I got from film school. That was part of the package that we got at film school.
Was it a MacBook?
A MacBook Pro and the whole Adobe package.
Damn.
And all this editing programs, all this editing software and all this shit that I have is extensions of shit that I got from film school, bro. Butta's master plan. He was like, bro, come just set up for this financial aid, get this 9-10 racks, and like, nigga, like it's money. It's money and so that's what we did, bro. We got those financial aid checks and lived life, bro, and made moves. And, you know, we spent responsibly, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But I already had a camera, already had my shit, like, so that was money that I could just spend on rent and whatever, you know what I mean?
So you edited Sir Mikey Rock's
So I went to class the next day, so I was like, okay, I'm going home, I'm working on this, like, quick, that quick turnaround that you spoke of, that defines some of my work.
The Flight Like Mars signature turnaround rate. We're gonna just coin it right now.
Yeah, straight up. So I went to class, was editing, and that was also a thing. I had kind of a respect and like a little notoriety at school because people knew they saw Flight Life had been around, and they just knew me and respected me. Just, who's this person? Like, I already had something going on. I wasn't a blank slate student. Yeah. I already had shit going on, so people were like, "Oh damn!" Like, and so people showed me a lot of respect. And it's all I miss my compadres, you know, from school, man, because it was all love, man. It was dope. But I was in class, like I'll get to whatever assignment we get into. We were in like whatever producing class. I was like, I'll just hook this up.
Yeah.
And the first time I had like a serious artist premiere was that video.
Wow.
Because Mikey had the spot, the crib down the street on Cahuenga. He had the condo up top, and down below was the studio. Mm-hmm. The full studio, like when they were in the recording mixtapes and doing the whole shit. It was high quality, professional, like it was dope.
Yeah.
And had one of the most nerve-wracking things of my life, because I get a rush off. I love showing people the work that we just did. I love that because I'm confident in it, right?
Yeah. I can only imagine it's just like, my nigga, this is my shit. Almost like a chef.
Yeah, but this
like how a chef cooks a meal.
Yeah,
he loves presenting it to his guests. So when you cook it up, you edit it. Yeah.
So this was that moment where I was like, damn, like I'm showing. And mind you, I was a fan beforehand. Before we got cool, I was already a fan of the Cool Kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there and I'm just like, damn, like, you know, this is crazy. I'm in here with Mikey, the producer of the song, Reno, his money man, Fats, his manager, Chris Watkins, like, and the other homie that's in there posted. And I'm gonna have 5 different opinions. And hopefully
it's the right one.
It's cool.
But this is your first time submitting a video to an actual artist assigned to a label or
essentially,
as a movement or something. A real artist.
Essentially, yeah. In the room with them and just everybody that could essentially be involved with it. I mean, including the producer of the beat. I mean, that's crazy to think. You know what I'm saying? And I showed them the video and they're just like, yo, you shot that and did that in a day? Damn, bro. What? Like, that's crazy. And
you're not fucking around.
A few edit changes here and there, but essentially they were like, that's crazy. Like, that's way different than what we thought. The other shit was like, this is nuts. Mars like, what the fuck, bro? Like, and that is essentially how me and Mikey's relationship took off. Like,
right.
And I met so many people. Like, we started traveling and started doing shit. Like, and it's the timing of life is crazy. So maybe like a week after that, I'm on the PJ with him. We're going to Vegas.
Right.
First I'm on a private jet. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I'm on Butta's couch, and now I'm on a PJ to Vegas with Mikey Rocks.
Isn't that how it works?
Crazy shit, right? Then we get back from Vegas after doing his shit. And you know, I got to actually shout out that time in Vegas because that was Mikey's first show, and we actually was out there kicking it with Mac Miller on his 21st birthday.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Wait. He filmed that on that MTV show.
Yes, they were there. The crew was there.
I remember that
at the Palm Suite.
Yes, he had that whole
with the pool that projects out.
Mac had the whole when Mac Miller had his show on MTV.
Bro,
he filmed it because he bought. I remember he bought a new Ferrari or something, a suit.
Bro,
I don't get emotional.
That is
really
fucking nuts.
That's
fucking nuts
man.
that you know that because we were there. I have footage. I have footage from that night. I was with Mikey. That we went to Vegas. Mikey
was in the episode.
Mikey did his first solo show separate from the Cool Kids because I linked up with him when him and Chuck were kind of like doing their own solo shit. Shout out to Chuck, and that's my guy Chuck. I met Chuck many times too.
I fuck with Chuck English, man. That's my nigga.
Me and Mikey and the crew and his boys and shit were out in Vegas. He did his first solo show at the Hard Rock. Then we went to the Palms and kicked it with Mac and his boys. Mac's boy Peanut handled Mike's merch. He did his merch for him.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that relationship was built.
Right.
But bro, we were in there kicking it. Mac was turned up. But
Mac,
he was
being Mac.
But he was so cool, bro. He was like, he knew I was Mikey's boy and he was just showing love, bro. He was in there turned up.
You know what's
funny
about
he was turned,
Mac?
But man, it was beautiful, bro.
Mac literally, I never got a chance to meet him. But Speak, Sid, like a lot of my friends who I know, they literally used to talk about him, and the shit they said was like almost like how people talk of me.
Bro.
It's kind of like they're like, he was always happy, the greatest person, life of the party,
always, bro, life of the party, whatever you needed.
Could you solidify that?
Absolutely, beautiful soul. I mean, he had like one of those star auras. I've been around a lot of celebrities and stuff, and some of those people just have that thing. Yeah. That thing that they saw. It's cliche as fuck, but that thing. Yeah. He has that thing.
Wow.
And it was crazy, bro. And it was one of the craziest times of my life. And I mean, Mikey was there partying. We were all there partying. His boys, Mikey's boys. There's all kind of unreleased BTS footage that will stay in the archives. You know what I mean? Out of respect. You know what I'm saying? But it exists and it's there and all kind of shit and I was just. And again, a week prior, I'm on P Butter's couch, and this is happening. And Mikey is really having me around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was crazy.
Now, here's the question I have. So you go on a private jet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You go to Vegas.
There is another part to so I got to tell you what happens a week later. So about how life is crazy. So a week later, the situation at Butter's apartment is getting kind of hectic. The lease is coming up. Like, niggas got to figure out what's going on, right?
Oh, so you didn't get paid for this?
Oh no! Yeah. I got paid.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got some bread. You know what I mean? I got some money in my pocket, but I was still on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So the lease was up at the spot, and it was just time to go, and it was just kind of a bad situation.
Right.
And essentially, me and Butter had to we had to get out. It was just a bad situation. We had to get out.
Wow.
We were in Hollywood. We had to we had all of our shit on the curb. Thank God I had a car. Butter didn't have a car this time. I had a car. We could just load up our shit. We had to just go crash. Fine. We had to just figure out what we was going to do. Butter went with his family. I ended up going press and reset this last final time in Victorville, right?
Wow.
For a day. Mikey hits me. He's like, yo, what's good with you, bro? Like, you straight? And I was like, yeah, well, the situation with P was kind of fucked up. Like, we had to get out. I'm out here up in the dirt, like, trying to figure it out. And Mikey was like, yo, well, shit, you go to school down the street. Why don't you just come crash here at the spot in the condo? We can shoot videos, travel, do our thing, and you can go to school, and we can make it work. Figure it out.
Damn.
And Mikey took me in, bro.
Shout out Sir Mikey.
Shout out to my boy, Sir Michael Rocks. Big bro Twan. We call him Twan. You know what I mean? Shout out to Twan.
That's heavy. He didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to. But real
nigga shit.
He believed in me. His money man and his people believed in me. They were like, yo, we fuck with this nigga Mars. Like, let's just bring him in. And
would you say that was like your first cosign that really like pushed you forward to what you had to do now?
On that level, yeah.
And then that was what year?
This had to have been 2013. 13.
So now 2019, what was that period in between that led to now the person we know now?
Man, I mean, in between then, we went on some tours, fucking graduated from school, networked with so many different people.
When you graduated from school?
Yeah.
You graduate, you have your degree in, what is it?
Film. Associated film.
Associated film. So you have that degree. Yeah. What do you do with that first out the gate? You're just like, okay, I have it now. What am I doing?
And so what's funny about that is that it like the old cliche about the degrees, like they essentially don't guarantee you shit. I mean, I could just say that straight up. But
I'm laughing because it's like.
But what I take out of it from this film thing was the experience, hands down. Because being at a film school and learning every aspect of film, that is what made that whole thing for me rewarding.
Do you like that opposed to going to maybe a university?
I eventually probably want to, but I didn't get out the gate in like, straight out of high school, going to college and doing it like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And really getting that going into So I eventually want to go to like maybe like USC Film or one of the big hitters, but I took advantage of what I could make work at the time, and shit, I wouldn't take nothing away from that LA film experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, so on paper, see, proactively, and this is coming into my next phase because I'm gonna be 30 coming up, and I want to think about, okay, how am I gonna level up from what I'm doing now?
Right.
And essentially, that's getting on big studio lots. Warner Brothers, Paramount, Fox, working on, the big hitters, like being on those type of projects.
What is that process like getting into that?
And again, part of it goes into your resume, I have my credentials. So, and then I've got wax with Cricket, WWE references here and there from different corporate people. Again, a big part of this, and I'm sure you know this, a big part of the game is obviously just knowing people. You gotta just know somebody. You might know an AD on a set that'll call you and be like, yo, we need a photographer for this shoot coming up. And it's a big production set and they have you there. Because that's what I was doing this past week. It's been a busy week, bro. I was on set doing BTS for Ashley Graham's coming up show.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were doing.
I mean, if you want to go into it, I'm kind of curious. Like,
it's a podcast.
Okay.
It's the next season of a podcast.
That's tight. Yeah. You were just shooting that
I was doing BTS on set, vibing out and meeting everybody and getting cool. And it essentially, from what the vibes have been, it's essentially going to escalate to the next phase of working and us being cool and everybody. And I got to also shout out Justin too. Her husband, Justin. Justin is fucking cool, man. And much respect to him because he comes from my cloth. He's a black filmmaker, cinematographer. He's real low key in the cut, but he's I could say, even after just being around him this week, one of my new inspirations. I really respect him.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
As a photographer, now, Ashley Graham, when I say Ashley Graham, because the first thing I thought, I was like, damn, she's bad as fuck. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Real nigga. I just thought about it. She is cold.
Yeah, sure.
But as a photographer, you're around beautiful women all the time.
Absolutely. Of all kind of different
all
industries.
Shapes, sizes, industries, looks, whoever you can think of.
Yeah.
How is it around that Me Too movement, this climate change?
It's all about professionalism.
But
I can honestly,
it's photographers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Who make it hard for niggas like you, especially young black men.
Yeah.
I don't know your situation. You can go into it now, but I'm single, married, whatever. But black men who out here working.
Yeah.
Like Rocsi Diaz, you're around Rocsi all the time. I'm sure you're around her in very personal moments.
Yeah.
Where like she wouldn't want it out or she wouldn't want no weird shit. You have to be cool. She has to be comfortable around you.
Yeah.
How do you manage that? Like, how do you deal with maneuvering with that Me Too? Of course, it's professionalism. That's a very easy, quick answer. But literally, real nigga, you're around bad females, bad women who are powerful.
Yeah, TV hosts,
at
porn
all
stars.
Times. You've seen it all.
Yeah. It's just all about being chill, man. Like, I can honestly sit here and say on wax now, I'll never have some weird, crazy story come out about me being inappropriate or something. You know what I mean? Because that's just not me. And a lot of cats out here are just being extra. And like you said, it does make it hard for the ones of us.
Seen some
because
shit like that?
Because it happens to some chicks, and they'll just start to make assumptions about everybody. One or two cats can literally ruin it, and that's not right. It's foul.
Yeah.
That psychologically they even got to go through that battle. You know what I mean?
Have you seen that in like shoots where you'll see like maybe like a model or like a singer or somebody come around and then initially they're like, ooh, a little standoffish, like I don't know.
Sure.
Who is it?
Well, because the thing is, I have this thing where I don't ever want to be paparazzi. You want to just be cool with people first and vibe and see if they're comfortable with the camera even being around them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people are they come at you with the camera all up in their face and they don't like that. And I try to stay away from that.
Do you ask? You take
I try to find a happy medium. You know what I mean?
You.
Sure. Like, I'll come up and be, hey, you mind if I take a picture? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be all being weird and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, question. I mean, because I'm just curious. A little faded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all good.
Have females ever like came up to you? You're young and they came up to you like, oh yeah, I want to talk to you. Like they try to like woo their way into getting the picture because they know who you work with or anything like that. Like how you maneuver even with that?
You know what? Nah, not even really.
Or it does not even work like, because I know in rap and music it does for sure.
I don't even think. Yeah, no, not really, because for one, I don't have that kind of clout. You know what I mean? Like, and
he's so humble. He's so.
I'm gonna tell you, being humble and modest is a big part of it, bro. I never want to feel like I'm a bit above anybody. I respect all the other shooters across the IE and LA that are doing their thing too. There's a lot of dope other shooters too.
Respect.
You know what I mean? I always want to show respect to everybody else that's doing their thing and want to come up, and I appreciate when cats come up to me and they ask advice, and you know.
And that's why I think that's why you work, and that's why you get the things you do, because you find that medium and you know how to stay professional, like you were saying. It's just, honestly, I know from what I see, I feel bad, honestly, sometimes, because I know even with me, like, say if I want to collab with somebody, it initially looks like I'm trying to holler at them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
Hey,
and that's exactly what. And
come
that's
to the studio. Come chill.
And that's what it comes down to.
And I'm like, wait, I really might want to just chill and really work with you.
Exactly, and that's what it comes down to.
And I gotta battle what X, Y, and Z nigga did before even fucking with me. And I'm sure you see that in your genre too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I think your resume precedes you.
Yeah.
And that's why it works.
Exactly. At the end of the day, a lot of times, you know, reputation carries itself. You know, word of mouth. I mean, social media presence when you're not being, you know, out of pocket and shit, like, and all in DMs tripping. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just, you know, I'm chilling, man. And I don't be trying to press nothing, and I don't be trying to ask nothing that nobody's comfortable with. And you know, like I said,
I just do your shit.
I just do my shit, bro.
I feel you. Well, before we wrap this up, I have couple more questions for you.
Oh,
I want to know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I appreciate you chilling out, man.
Oh, for sure. I'm in no rush, bro. Man. Whatever you want to talk about, bro. Because listen, there's so much part of the journey. I really gave you the quick summary. You know what I mean? I haven't even talked about how my relationship with Shorty K. Like, Shorty K is Sir Michael Rock's best friends from Chicago, and I probably have a better relationship with Shorty K than I do with Sir Michael Rock's.
That's crazy. And what's that relationship?
I mean, because Shorty K, that's my boy. That's who we shot way more videos than I even shot with Mikey, and we all did the tour. Like, I went on tour with Sir Michael Rock's, Puya, Rob Banks, and Shorty K.
Right.
And we were shout
out them niggas, man.
We were on the road just doing our thing. Young niggas in two vans. What was those experience
like? What was road with them niggas like?
Bro, it was amazing. We were doing city to city in the Midwest and over on the West Coast, and they were some young wild niggas and had fans at every show, and I was just there filming it, bro. It was a beautiful time, and that helped mold me too, and just show things. I mean, I got to see the world and just learn different things. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it went kind of fast?
Yeah.
Did you live in the moment, or was it like, did it go kind of quick?
It all feels like it went fast because I don't even think I had time to sit down and appreciate a lot of this shit, because I've been so hungry just thinking about the next, the next move. Like, there will be one day when I reach maybe some type of comfortable success. You know, I might be 40, 50 on a beach somewhere, then I'll really be able to appreciate it. But I don't even think I've had a chance to appreciate any of the things that I've done, truly.
Damn.
Yeah, because I'm far from successful, bro. Honestly, like, I know, again, a lot of things on social media perception. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I do a lot of things. I'm involved a lot of places, but you know, I try to just, you know, I'm modest, bro. I'm an everyday man too. I'm like every other nigga, bro, and I try to keep it modest and show love to everybody, because I'm just like everybody, bro. I'm still out here just trying to make moves. And I'm still hungry.
And I think that's what, and even I feel the same way about me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I think people like us, that's why it was going to push us forward. You have to stay humble, because we know it's so much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so hungry.
Yeah.
We're called for such a higher cause that
sometimes
the vision's deeper than even we understand.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's with you, but sometimes even I think like, oh my God, wait a minute. This might be a little bit too.
Yeah.
Is this real? What I see?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens, you know? Well, what I want to ask you is, who is some of the people who've inspired you and pushed you forward? You talked about, you know, a lot of your works and what you've done.
Yeah.
Your foundation. Now, I know, you know, with photography, directing, you do film, video, fashion.
Yeah.
Who's your Mount Rushmore?
If
you're gonna say your top
my
inspirations, people you watch, because I want to say, I know Quentin Tarantino has to be in
for
there.
sure. He's up there, yeah, absolutely. I would say my mom. I'm gonna be real. Ooh. She's always been supportive, of like my dream. Because like me and my pops growing up, we used to kind of clash. He wasn't always with the journey. He always called it the journey. He came around to show me respect, especially I was coming around and working with Rocsi and shit. He was like, "Damn boy, like." You know what I mean? Like, you know, so like he came around to show me respect, but you know, we bumped heads because he wanted me to go to the military and do all that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And my mom was always like, the one that was dropping me off at the movie theater when I was a shorty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so she knew, and her dad was a photographer. So
What does your mom do?
She's done a lot of different things, bro. She's been a woman of all kinds of different. She's an entrepreneur. She was big in real estate. What's funny? My Palmdale journey I was out there because she was the associate warden at the Lancaster prison.
What?
Yeah, she's a boss.
She's a what?
She's a boss. She's a boss lady. And she showed me, and she's the one who taught me she showed me a lot about leadership and running shit. She's real tough. She didn't take no shit from no niggas. But she got injured at the job, and that's what essentially pushed her out of that into real estate and going and that ended up being a big booming business for her early in the 2000s and shit, before all that market crash shit.
Yeah.
We essentially built another sustaining life. But I left Palmdale to go to Bakersfield in that second phase because I was going with my pops. That's how that ended up being. And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna get reset. I'm gonna go to LA. I'm gonna be in Inglewood, get a crib. You can come visit me. But why not go with your pops and get that phase
and just do it and set it up?
And do that phase of life where you can get that learn all your shit from your dad or whatever. But so I would say, again, back to your question, my mom, she's always been supportive and just down for the journey.
Okay, so shout out Mom Duke.
So mom has always been really influential. She taught me about business. She's still to this day very. I'm
about to say,
pivotal.
she always my mom has always been a hustler. I always say
always.
She's always been my mom is a nurse.
True.
But she made money, but my mom always knew how to budget. She knew how to account.
Exactly.
She knew how to make it
all
flip.
that shit matters. All that matters.
My mom made me sign a contract as a kid when she lent me money.
Yeah.
She was like, it's gonna get interest. You have to learn that. If you're gonna lend, I'll give you $100, but I want 110 back.
Yeah.
Because time gets money. She taught me those things. So I understand what you're saying there. So Mom Dukes.
So I'd say moms. I would say Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
Favorite director of all time.
So what about Quentin Tarantino? Talk to me.
I just love his movies, man. I love his style. I mean, it's just something about the way that he shoots his films. I know they could be inappropriate to some people. You like
that the fact that why does he like saying the N-word?
I have no clue, bro. I have no. I can't even sit here and cap. I can't even sit here and cap for none of that shit, bro. I can't. All I can say. All I can say is artistically, creatively, cinematography wise. I love his movies.
No one's taking away anything from Quentin Tarantino because he made some of the biggest movies that changed my life.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown,
all that.
Django,
Inglourious Bastards, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when you get a chance to see it. I mean, Kill Bill.
What? Come on, bro. How did I forget Kill Bill?
Bro, you know what I mean?
And Kill Bill, you know what's crazy about Kill Bill? I'm gonna be real. I could watch Kill Bill without the sound.
It's so fire, bro.
It's just shot so
put on the oldies and put on Kill Bill and
you better talk to me. You better talk.
Fuck with me, bro.
So all right.
So
Quentin.
I say moms, Quentin. I say Currency, the rapper.
Whoa.
The left turn. Currency hot spitter, bro.
You know what's funny?
I've met Spitter a couple of times too, and he's always been as cool in person.
How was your Spitter experiences? If you could share one Spitter experience.
Okay, I'll share one of the. Damn, I got a couple of good ones, but I'll share one of them. At the Glass House, I say at the no. I say the Fox Theater experience. After the Fox Theater, I'm wearing one of my Flight Life. No. Yeah, me and Butter's there too. Yeah. Butter's wearing a Flight Life crew neck. I'm wearing one. Butter comes up. Spitter comes up after the show. He was like, damn, he's like, yo, that crew neck's dope, bro. Like, I fuck with that. Like, I ain't gonna ask you for that though, because it's I'm not gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit's fly, right? So he takes a couple steps. He starts to walk away. Then one of the other homies was like, bro, why didn't you give him the sweater? Like, what's up? Like, just give Spitter the sweater. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, nigga, you gotta.
You know what I'm saying? So. Butter was like, so Butter was, exactly. So Butter was like, fuck it, Mars. Here. So Butter takes off the sweater. He's like, go ahead. Cause this was like, cause I still do merch and shit, right? So I was like, all right, let me go try to, just chop it up with Spitter, give him the sweater or whatever, right? Yeah. So we go, so I'm going like towards the out, and his manager Musa sees me, and he Musa saw that I was filming and shit, and I hollered at him before the show. Yeah. Just like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be here filming. I'm gonna be out the way. I just want to make my presence known, that I introduce myself. He's like, oh, cool, respect, bro. I appreciate that. So afterwards, I was like, hey, I wanted to hand the sweater to Spitter. We was chopping up. He was like, oh, I seen you. Yeah, go ahead, bro. He's right outside in the cut, chilling. I was like, oh, bet. So he let me go outside the Fox Theater outside, I'm on the street. I'm looking for him. I'm like, damn, like where's Spitta at? I don't see him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna give it up. Then I look over and I see this nigga posted in the whip, and he looks over at me and he was, oh, what's up, bro? So I tap on the window. He rolls the window down. I was like, hey, what's up, big homie? I just want to give you the sweater. You know, mad respect. He's like, oh, appreciate you, big dog. Da da da. Like, so we was chopping it up. He was like, yeah, you know, I'm finna hit the studio. Da da da. You know, let me, you got any info? So I give him my card.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the studio. It was just all hectic night or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, I was like, dude was cool. Like he showed
he took it.
He showed respect. Cool, you know what I mean? And it was just a dope experience. You know what I'm saying?
When I met Spitta was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
No fucking lie. And it was on the Smoke Dizza tour.
Oh wow.
It was the I forgot what the name of the tour was. It was a Smoke Dizza tour. It was one of my first tours.
Yeah.
Anyway, we woke up in the morning and somebody, I'm not gonna shout him out, but somebody we were on tour with fucking woke us all up in the room, was like, oh my God, Spitta's outside, like on some fan shit, like some weird shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, okay. And then he fucking walked outside, looked, and that nigga was really upstairs in some weird ass hotel. We were in like not the hood, but like outside of New Orleans a little bit. You know how they got them little hotels?
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
You know how the label does. So they always get you them hotels right outside the city so they can save that little $80. We just gotta shout them out, but shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to the booking agencies. It's cool, but I feel you. It's cool,
but anyway, so we got there, right? And I looked, and this nigga was just cool. He was like chilling. He was just smoking weed, chilling outside. We all like said, what's up? Then we seen him at the venue. And he was just cool as shit the whole night. Like, I went up to him, I like said what's good, but it was nothing like deep. Because I was fucked up because of New Orleans. Yeah. And I'm sure you've been in New Orleans. You been to Essence. Didn't you go to Essence?
Yeah, I was there in Essence this year. We shooting Rocsi and Cricket and them. Yeah.
I don't know how you survived that.
That's when I shot that Ashanti footage. Yeah, that was crazy. Ooh. Ashanti was cool too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she was chill.
That was lit?
Yeah, it was lit.
Oh, that's fucking tight, man. But anyway, back to your fucking Mount Rushmore. We can go back into
I got so much shit, bro, but we're gonna wrap this up. Nah,
you good.
Okay, so I'll say Moms, Quentin, Spitta. I got.
Wait, why Spitta though? Just because
he's my favorite. He's been my favorite musician for 10, 12 years now.
Right.
Straight up. Like all his mixtapes. Like I've been there from when he was on Young Money, the beginning of the journey, everything. Like,
I always say I want to, because I've been losing weight. I've been losing a lot of weight lately, and I've been saying like I just want to dress like Currency for the rest of my life,
bro.
I just want to wear a dope ass baseball jerseys,
Fly Spitta, bro.
Track pants,
yeah, that OG, bro, the OG,
fucking crew necks.
Bro.
He dresses comfortable.
He's so comfortable,
every day.
So
he's
consistent,
comfortable.
So consistent.
And he just smokes doobies all day and records and drives cars and be a good dad,
right?
And a good husband. Or is he married? He's not married, is he?
He's got a shorty now, his baby mom.
I be seeing a little shorty with his kid. I know he got a kid. Anyway.
You know what I mean? Man, but the fourth one is hard to choose because there's so many filmmakers. I got so many.
I'm talking about really impacted your life though. It don't even have to be like, don't get politically correct. You don't have to say like.
I can give you a 5. I can give you a 5. The 4th and 5th could be flip-flop. Okay. But I'll say Hype Williams for sure.
Why Highway?
Growing up in the 90s, watching his music videos and watching BET, because a lot of my work is obviously music influenced. I was gonna
say, I see.
There's and that also goes into the movie theater thing too. The trailers that I do specifically. I have to be at the movie theater before it starts and watch the trailer. If you watch my work, there's a pace, and the way it presents itself is kind of trailer format.
Right.
So that all plays into, you know what I'm saying, like into fuck my high ass. My fucking high ass.
You're saying basically the trailers.
Yeah. So that all plays into the work. And fucking goddamn, I'm losing my train of thought. Damn, getting faded, nigga.
First off, hold on.
The weed, we don't say the weed.
Shout out Earl Stevens wine.
So it's happening.
No. Shout out Earl Stevens wine, Mango Scotto. Yeah. We out here. I'll get the free one. That's the 18.5 alcohol.
Tell me what the last part.
You were saying basically from what I was getting at it, you're letting me know that how trailers play the bright.
That's right. Hype Williams. So yeah, Hype. Sitting there watching, music videos in the 90s. Busta Rhymes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the crazy Fish Eye, the Missy Elliott, all that shit.
Yeah.
You see some of my styles now, you see all these little splashes of influence.
But even your photo shoots, I see it's like Hype Williams with lots of loud colors, but yet subtle shots. I don't know how you.
Yeah, it's subtle influences, bro. I can't even explain it, bro. And I would say probably.
And that Fish Eye lens, what's that about? Was that Hype Williams?
Yeah, Missy Elliott music videos, you know what I'm saying? If you look at all the crazy Busta Rhymes videos from the 90s and shit, it's all Fish Eye. And I would say probably, so Hype. and I would say that last one, I would probably say Dave Chappelle. Favorite all-time comedian, unapologetic, fucking ruthless, like hilarious.
How'd you feel about his last stand-up?
I love it. I'm probably biased.
Yeah,
I love all his shit. I think he's hilarious. He's just a funny nigga.
But what did you agree?
I mean, he's controversial. He's gonna say some wild, fucked up shit.
I think it doesn't matter.
But I mean,
he's an entertainer.
Exactly. I'm not gonna sit here and be sensitive about shit and be offended. I'm not one of those people. You're not gonna get me to sit here and be. I smoke too much weed, bro. I'm chilling, bro. Like honestly, and that probably fucks up a lot of my like personal shit because I'm just like, listen.
No, but it's real shit.
I'm not even trying to sit here and argue with you, shorty. I'm chilling.
Yes,
like,
it doesn't matter.
I've
gotten
cool.
some more unwelcome arguments off of shit like that in my life.
And it's like, listen,
I understand.
But yeah, so I would say that's probably my top 5.
So
I could go into, honorable mentions like Stan Lee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking. I mean, even though the old, even like Martin Scorsese, regardless of his recent comments. I mean, Goodfellas, Casino.
You know who
Raging Bull are some of the greatest.
Mine was John Singleton.
Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, of course, yeah. John Singleton, rest in peace. Like, yeah.
It's just too deep. After watching Snowfall.
Oh, bro, Snowfall's so good, so good. I can't. I'm mad at myself that I started the first season. I stopped watching it, and then I recently picked it back up a couple months ago, and I'm so mad at myself.
Did you finish everything?
Oh yeah, I'm caught up.
I'm done. I need season 4 already.
Right now. I need that, and I need Atlanta. I need season 3 of Atlanta back.
Are you a content person? Do you watch lots of content? All the new shit that's coming out? Are you?
I haven't been able to as much lately because I've been so busy. But yeah, I try to keep up with as much content. Yeah.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about with you before we get out of here.
Okay.
Is the Joker.
Okay.
Now, as a filmmaker,
okay,
I had to talk to you because that was one of the darkest, sickest fucking films I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
No cap.
Okay.
But it was dark and sick because he made the most sickest, craziest shit make sense. He made it make sense.
And it makes you feel fucked up that you understand where he's coming from.
Exactly.
And see, that's the thing.
So is that art?
Yes. No, I would say I enjoyed it. I really did like the movie. And I would say I knew going in, because see, I think some people that maybe didn't like it had a certain expectation of what they maybe thought or wanted. Yeah. I went into it knowing this was going to be a brand new interpretation of this character.
Right.
So whatever was going to happen, I was like, okay, how are they going to get from this point to that point?
Right.
And the way that they told his story made sense. And the way that he got to even at his most vicious point.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like, I feel you. Like, that's fucked up, but I feel you.
The first kill when he actually murked the niggas in the subway,
mm-hmm.
and then he went into the bathroom and started dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah. I was like, because I'm gonna be real. Even they did a good job on the trailer preview of that because I didn't see that coming. That actually took me off guard on that part. I didn't see that coming.
Damn.
I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna be real.
And then when he shot the host,
mm-hmm.
and then he went and it was dancing on top of the car. It was all the dancing.
It all came full circle.
It scared
me.
Because all he ever wanted. You see how I'm talking about it?
Yeah.
Because all he ever wanted was to make people happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he just made millions of people.
And see, I understand where people are like, oh, well, this Joker ain't, how's this nigga gonna fight Batman, beat that nigga ass? So I'm like, nigga, do you not think that in 20 years he can develop from where he's at?
Exactly.
Where his mental state is at now, and he can't change physically?
Exactly.
And you know what I mean?
Because Bruce was a baby. He was like
That's
9,
what I'm saying.
6.
Give it about a 15-year, 20 year in between when he goes and does it. You know what I mean? Like, I can see the realism in.
Do you think he went away? Do you think Joker went away for that time? And do you think he calmed down and wasn't committing no crimes? He just had his little cult, and then he came back later once Batman started getting turned up and started fucking with the Scarecrow, nigga?
I mean, I don't know.
See, that's where I'm at with it. I don't know how deep I can get with it.
And see, I like how they can make it. They can make it continue.
Is it a Joker 2 coming?
I wouldn't guarantee it. I don't know. I have no clue, honestly. Because it's not like it's part of the DC
Todd Phillips likes
franchise
to check.
Type.
Todd Phillips wants to check. You see how many hangovers he did?
Yeah, that is true.
He's not
That
tripping.
is true. That is true.
You saw how many hangovers he did. It's gonna be Joker 5, The Return of Bruce.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, if it's a good movie, shit, I'll watch it.
Nah, man, but honestly, I just like how it was shot. I love the music, and even with Quentin Tarantino,
soundtrack game crazy.
Soundtrack, and I think that has a lot to do with film.
Yeah,
is music and film come hand in hand. Bro. That's how even I learned lots about music is from watching movies and learning like, oh my God, okay, this gave me a feeling listening to it.
Yeah.
Hearing about minor and major tones and learning about that with music.
Absolutely.
Do you think that goes in hand in hand when you edit your films?
Absolutely, bro. The audio is essentially my catalyst for how I catapult the whole footage. You know what I mean? That means so much. And I gotta even like say a quick little shout out to my boy Cardo.
Shout out Cardo.
Shout out Cardo. He was one of the first cats. I met him through Mikey. We was at the studio and he was like, Mars, when you shoot your movie, hit me up, bro. I want to be on that soundtrack. I mean, little gems like that in the back pocket that I'm like, bro, like it's fucking crazy. It still blows my mind. But I'm like,
for people that don't know, we talking about Cardo Got Wings.
Cardo Got
Wings, producer
with Cushion Orange Juice. Wiz, I mean,
Jeezy, he did all that.
Yeah. Cardo. Shout out to big homie Cardo, man. That's the homie. And like little shit like that I'm just like, man, like all the shit that's come up so far on the journey, like it eventually come tenfold. I mean, I'm still at the beginning.
Right.
Realistically, this is still the beginning. And I'm looking at this next phase coming into my 30s.
So what's next coming up for Flight Life Mars, man?
Yeah, man.
What is Flight Life, by the way, if you want to break it down real quick, and then what's next coming up?
Flight Life. I mean, Flight Life essentially is a combination of a bunch of different things. I mean, being fly, catching flights, traveling. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just that whole essence. Just that whole essence, and being fly, catching flights. You know what I'm saying? Like, essentially, you know what I mean?
And this is like your company, and this is what
this is my brand. This is my brand.
Because I've been seeing it my whole life. I love this. So yeah, shout this out, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. People have been really showing love, man. It's been solid, man. And I haven't had to make changes to it, and it's been solid. People have been fucking with it, and I appreciate the people across LA, IE, Victorville, Bakersfield, and New York, Miami, Texas, Seattle, everywhere, Chicago. Everybody that is like been supportive and just fucking with me and showing love. Like I can't begin to say thank you to everyone. It's just been it just shows me love and dash me up when they see me and shit. Cause like I said, everybody knows you can approach me. I'm just chilling.
Right.
I'm chilling, bro. If anything, I'm probably more nervous to approach y'all. So for real,
I love your humbleness, man. That's so great. And that's how I know you're driven by a different kind of spirit. Yeah, that's different. That's not like spiteful. That's not looking just for you. You're pushing a movement.
Yeah,
and that's why you're gonna be great.
And I do use my past honestly as a push. I tweet often. I'm like, yo, sometimes that chip on your shoulder can help push you to that next level.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody that doubted you, or chick that left you, or you know what I mean, niggas that tried to play you or was on some other shit and they wasn't down with it like that. Sometimes that energy was like, all right, well, fuck it then. I'm gonna show you what's up. Sometimes that energy can help push you to that next phase.
Right.
So
what's next? So what's next, man? What's the next phase?
Man, continuing to network, continuing to build the brand, continuing to build the bag. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Invest in the company. And essentially, I want to start maybe doing the film thing. I've been holding back really to take the next thing creatively into films.
Yeah.
But I've been still networking with all different clients and a bunch of different things. But I definitely want to start maybe build my own projects. The one thing I want to start to write and get into expanding the next creative phase of the film work. You know what I mean?
Right.
And more collaboration too. I do a lot of in-house shit, but I want to start to collaborate. Man.
Well, I know I definitely want to work with you with some shit, man.
Yeah,
I got some shit I want to work, and I need some pictures too.
I got you. I want to bring back my little personal Flight Life Films Presents interview series, and I want to start to chop it up with cats that I know that I've been doing.
Is up? Let's do it, bro.
So you're one of the subjects that I want to have on that for sure. And a matter of fact, me and Reem and Dre have been talking about for years doing a UTB doc.
Hey, I was gonna bring that up. I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up.
Whatever. Like, I don't know if anybody else has been working on anything for y'all, and that's cool. But I want to do something specifically from the Flight Life Films perspective.
Ain't nothing to it but the motherfucking do it.
And y'all know we all family. We all family. We've been family.
We gotta do it, man. But definitely, man. And before we get out of here, what advice do you want to give to like maybe the young kid or young 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, whatever year old, who's Maybe in Inland Empire, maybe in Victorville, Bakersfield, Fontana, Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, you know, maybe a city outside of Los Angeles that might not be, that wants to get into photography, that likes taking pictures. I like to call them the iPhone photographers. They're really nice with but they really want to do it, but they don't know that next step. What advice do you not only give them to get started, but then how to level up? What advice are you giving them?
You gotta be patient. You gotta be consistent. You gotta really want to do it. It's gonna take a while. But you gotta be invested in the journey. Right. You can't try to cut corners, and if the long run will show you if you really want it or not. You gotta be in it. You gotta do it, like straight up. Like the only thing that showed me about certain people that really wanted it is that they still here doing it.
Consistency.
If you really want it, you know, the thing that taught me, the thing that I had to learn that you couldn't have learned without experience was seeing who really wanted it or not over time. And people phase out.
And do you think it was a lot just pulling up, just being there, just being at all the events?
I mean, you got to show your face, camera, network.
The thing you always said, I loved, you said it even in the beginning of the interview, you were like, I always have my camera with me. It's just not even normal not to have it.
That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? So like, if that's what you want to represent and that's who you want to, because people know me as the guy with the camera. Like people don't know me as anything else other than Mars, the guy who shoots the videos. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and I love that that's my reputation. You know what I mean? And that's just how it's got to be. You know what I mean? And again, consistency all plays into it. And just staying on point and just staying dedicated, networking with people, expanding the brand and your vision, and just, you know, getting people to vibe with you. You gotta be cool in the room too. You gotta be able to network with all kind of people. You can't see all money is green, and you gotta fuck with, you know, you gotta be able to be chopping up with, you know, the corporate folks. You gotta be able to chop it up with your homies over here. You gotta be able to chop it up with, you know,
be versatile.
You gotta be versatile in all avenues and to be able to play the game.
Real talk, man.
I mean, you can't limit yourself.
Hey, man. Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming to the show, bro.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
Definitely, man.
Much respect.
And where do people get your shit, man? Where do people get your stuff? Where can they see your videos, see your footage, buy your merch?
Okay. You follow me on Instagram at FlightLifeMars. I've been suspended off Twitter.
What?
So they banned me off Twitter from some, I believe it's some old Travis Scott footage from years ago that they banned me for. But you can find me on there as Flight Life Films, or you can go to flightlifefilms.com. That's my website, and I gotta make some updates. And you can go and I'm about to revamp the merch coming out soon, but flightlifeattire.com. I'm gonna have some shit. I gotta hook you up, bro.
I'm about to say I need my 3X, man. I need my 3X. Yeah, I can fit it now.
We're gonna get you right. I'm mad at myself for bullshitting on getting the UTB Taylor Gang hoodies. I fucking was bullshitting. I was bullshitting, bro.
Hey,
I'm so mad at myself.
I'm gonna be real.
If it ever comes back, I'm on it immediately.
You know, you can hit up Big Bro. You know, you hit my Big Bro Dre. You hit everything.
We'll
figure it out. Bro.
All right, cool.
We want to figure it out.
Those are my boys too. So those are they know me too. So if y'all listen. We go politic. We gonna see what's good. We go politic and see what's good.
I love it, man. Well, man, you know, bro, appreciate you coming to the show. Definitely, man. Family, man. It's not the first minute. We got to go into more shit next time.
Yeah, have me back. Absolutely. There's so much more to talk about, bro. I gotta talk about the time when we went on tour with Fredo Santana. Rest in peace.
Oh my God.
That's a whole nother even thing. With Mikey and Shorty K and all them. Yeah, bro. Yeah, rest in peace to my boys, Fredo, man.
Hey, I'm for sure.
Chicago. I got a lot of love in Chicago.
Hey, Chicago, shout out Harold, shout out that mild sauce.
Bro,
shout out
you know what time it is. Yeah.
Hey, man, but anyway, man, for all your podcast needs, audio and visual, go to productiveculture.com/podcast. In the How Did You Hear About Us section, put in Big Cali World for that special discount. Have your shit looking right, feeling good, feeling great. Also, for all your clothes, swag. All right, Reem hates when I say swag. It's so funny. I don't even give a fuck. Fuck him. Anyway, I love it not. For all your shit, apparel, go to utblifestyle.shop. I believe the Taylor Gang hoodies are sold out, but, you know, we got some shit coming in the future. And, yeah, man, go to bigcaliworld.com. For this podcast, also Argoon Radio, you can just click either tab. Available on all streaming services, also YouTube. And yeah, man, we gonna come back again, man, and Flight Life Mars, man.
Yeah.
It was a good thing, man. Big Cali World, man. Feeling good for the grass. Man with the plan. I ain't Clark Kent, but some of the ladies do call me Superman. It's your boy Big Cali, man. Peace.
Yeah.
all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Ain't nobody fresh like C, built like bear, nigga strong like tree, strong like Kush, too hype like E. Entourage stick so thick like she. First class bitch, you know all 3 seats. Got the pass like free, talking free like cheap. You gon' cheat, but he bigger than whatever you gon' be. We gon' stack like cheese, that's 100-something G, nigga. Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit, extra lit. Big Cali world all the time, extra lit, extra lit.